Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426 and today we have the review of the Beastbox Mega Dio from 52 Toys. Now, I have been waiting for this Beastbox for some time because some time ago I actually did review the Beastbox Helldiver, which was the same mold as Dio. I actually did bring out Dio when I was reviewing this guy, but the thing is that the Dio that I had was not mine, it was a friend's, so it's something I borrowed. And I was not able to borrow it on time for this review, so sorry for I won't be being able to make direct comparisons. But still, let's see what we got. So, let's start with components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the Mega Dio himself. So I got, he's currently in its box form, and then obviously you get a box charger. There is the actual box that you see on the behind. Typical Beastbox box these days. And then, yeah, nothing too special about the box. We all know how the box works. And here are some typical stuff. So number one, obviously you do get a manual, so that's that. You get the typical components where you get a PVC card, and then you see on the back you see a manual for the PVC card. Once again, for those who don't know, the PVC cards that are inside, you are supposed to fold it in half, put it inside in the back of the box, so it works like a spring. So when you open the lid, it will pop out. But I personally don't like that, so I did not use that. And on the other side, we have a catalog. So yeah, and here is a small picture of Dio. Alright, and then obviously one of my personal favorites among the collecting parts, some cards. So we get his Mega Dio card, definitely looking good. I like the art style. And then on the back here we have some stats and some background story. So if you want to read it, do pause and check it out. And seeing the stats, the defense is pretty good. Intelligence is definitely good. Speed is slightly slower, a little bit low compared to the other stats. Courage and strength are pretty good as well. So I guess this is considered more balanced as well. Alright, so let's see what we got. So other than the Beastbox itself, inside the box there is a few more parts, and I need to point this out. So I've seen certain posts where, depending on where you order it, these effect parts are included, and some parts in some areas were not included. So in the promo pictures, this was definitely shown. This was shown. So yeah, I ordered mine from a local seller who is also living in China, I believe, and he's like a VIP a customer from the company, so which is why he's able to get these kind of stuff. But basically, this was actually inside the box. This was included in the blister pack inside the box with the Beastbox. So this one, so yeah, and this one is obvious for the mouse effect part for flames. These small ones I have zero clue because these are not even mentioned in the manual as well. So let's keep that in mind. So for those who don't have those, I really don't know what's going on. It could be a production error, or it could be like a region exclusive kind of thing. So yeah. Alright, so let's see what we got. So for those who don't know, yeah, so this is in its beach form. Its box form, definitely compact. Now the transformation for Dio and Helldiver was very simple. Let me just take off the cannon for now, just for a quick transformation. So you have this, you close the mouth, you collapse the legs, and all you need to do is just pretty much fold everything that you see here. Like, you fold up the neck, then you twist the feet, lock it into place, oops, wrong way. You just basically fold everything that you see, and there you go, you have the box. Of course, Dio and Helldiver were not 5 centimeters, but 4 centimeters. These were smaller Beastbox at the time, so which is why they definitely needed an upgrade. So this is the upgraded version for Dio. Now, technically, Helldiver and Dio did get a 1.5 upgrade, where you get themselves, and then you get a bunch of like armor to slap onto them. So that was there was an upgrade on those as well, and they would be, and with the armor they would become 5 centimeter cubes. But I was not able to get one, so I had to pass. Alright, so the transformation is, I'm not gonna be lying, this was also pretty complex, because this was pretty complicated, because there's a lot of parts where you need to fold, unfold, twist, and turn. So once again, I'll be right back with the transformation completed, because it's gonna take forever to show you guys on camera. Okay, I'm back with the transformation. So here we have Mega Dio, definitely comparing the overall design with the first original Dio, which was much more compact, smaller, same in size as Helldiver, and had a much more cuter look. Mega Dio seems much more serious and menacing, if you ask me, and definitely much more chunkier compared to the original mold. So here we have Mega Dio, and once again here we have that effect part as well on inside the mouth. So the way how the effect part works is that Number one, you don't actually plug it into the back. You use the peg that's on the top, and then on the mouse on the top section there's actually a hole to plug it in. So that's how it works. And then here, I did not notice this, but you can actually twist it because this joint is actually a separate piece. So that's interesting. Now, obviously, this large one is meant for the flaming effect for the mouse. But these small ones, which you get 2 of them, I'm not too sure what these are meant for. So, I mean, I guess I can still slap it on there inside the mouse, or I can just slap it on in any extra hole there for effect parts. So, yeah, but other than that, do let me know in the comments, like, where these small ones are meant to be, or these could be meant for a different Beastbox out there. Alright, now here we have the transformation. So actually, this is my second take of filming this, because after done filming, I've noticed I actually missed out a crucial transformation process. So which is why I'm doing this again. Alright, so let's look at the head. Definitely loving the head. More, instead of that cute look, he's much more aggressive looking and much more mature and more serious looking as well. So the eyes may look a little bit bland, but those are actually clear parts that you can see through. So you can see you actually have some sort of light piping on there as well. Definitely a good bonus. Now you can move the head up that much thanks to the neck, and down that much with the neck itself. And the head itself can go down, but this is much more for the transformation aspect. And then up, not so much, but still works good enough thanks to the neck joint. And you can open the mouse very wide. That's actually a very good thing, because as I mentioned multiple times, there were a few Beastboxes that disappointed me because the mouse could not open properly. But this one, no problem. And the neck is on a ball joint, so which is why you can go 360. Now let's look at the arms. So the arms are they can bend about 90 degrees for the white sections, and then the claws may look a little bit awkward if you're making them look straight, because they're supposed to look downwards. And I believe Dio and Mega Dio is supposed to be much more of a Velociraptor type dinosaur instead of a T-Rex. But a T-Rex Beastbox would be interesting. Who knows? It might happen in the future. So yeah, the arms are on a ball joint, but going 360 is impossible because of the overall structure. You can't go 360, but it does have a good range of movement. Now the legs I would like to give you guys a small, like, just be a little bit warning. So when I first got mine, first of all, the legs, the articulation is very good. You can go forward and backward thanks to the ball jointed connection, and then 360 is possible. But when I first got mine, let me just pull this off. So mine was giving out a extremely loud squeak noise because the joint was just too tight. And if you're unlucky sometimes, when you're like twisting or rotating the leg, you might not notice that the ball joint is twisting together and later snap off. So when you get yours, do check the ball joints. If it's just too tight, sand it only a little bit to the point where it becomes more stable. Now mine is stable. I mean, it gives out a small squeak, but it's okay. There's no way the ball joint is going to snap on me anymore. Now the legs, as far as I know, there's no bend here. There is a going side to side movement here, but that's also for the transformation. But there is a movement on the feet, so you can move the feet forward and backward as well. That's pretty good. And then I believe they're supposed to rotate as well. Now there's one thing I'm kind of missing from the original mold, is that let me just put them straight, and let me just bring it out here. So the feet here on the original Helldiver, the front feet and the back of the feet were actually, you can move them, you can rotate them, and the back one will be on a ball joint, so it gives out a pivot effect. But seems like Mega Dio is slightly lacking on that aspect, but it's not too bad. I mean, it would have been much more perfect, but it's not the end of the world. I'll take it anyway, because I'm just satisfied with this Beastbox as well. So that's pretty much it for the feet. You also have a feet that can fold up, but that's also for the transformation. And I believe the back section doesn't have any movement. These are all painted. And then we have this guard. I'm not sure this is considered a knee guard, but still something like that. So it kind of moves up and down for some reason. Okay, and then the transformation, as I mentioned, there is some parts forming aspect. So for these cannons, when you're going to go back to the box form, you need to replug them into the tail. So there is slightly some, that. So if you look at the back here, you might have noticed that you can like open these sections up. Now these really don't do anything that much. These are Yeah, but there is a bonus feature where if you have a 4cm Beastbox like Dio, Helldiver, or any other of its variants, so this only counts for the smaller Beastbox. Anything that's more recent, like a 5cm Beastbox, you cannot do this. So after you plug the cannons here onto site, there is a small leftover of pegs onto these parts. What you can do here is, now this is even mentioned on the manual, you can connect these pegs to Helldiver's extra slots there, and then connect them to the backpack like this. And yeah, this is actually a pretty fun gimmick. I mean, color wise it doesn't really match, but if you actually do have Dio, it actually looks pretty good as well. So that's a huge bonus for me, and I've actually seen some people already do something crazy with this gimmick. Okay, now lastly, as you guys saw, I'm gonna take this part off just to. You might have noticed this does able to spread, and some people might think, oh, can't you just do the 5cm Beastbox with this? And then I am pretty sure someone will figure it out. But it's actually, if you open this up, it just becomes way too large. It goes beyond 5cm, so it doesn't really fit. And not many Beastbox actually have these slots here. So yeah. And finally, the tail. The tail can go up, it can go down and then up pretty well, and then the end tip can go down and up. And the tail connection is on a ball joint, so you do have a slight side movement, but just be careful because it's also a very stiff joint. And that's pretty much it for the review. So once again, I think they did an excellent job with Mega Dio. Definitely feels like a 2.0 version of him. I love the new look, aggressive design. And I'm personally hoping that since Dio got his upgrade, or a 2.0 version, and became Mega Dio, I'm kind of hoping his rival Helldiver also gets the same treatment. Because on the cards, or lore-wise, Helldiver, who used to be Ghost Dog, which it was Dio's rival, so hopefully he gets an upgrade as well. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. This was the review of the Beastbox Mega Dio from 52 Toys. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.